beautiful day out today in New York. It's 67 degrees out here. It's sunny. I'm just wearing a long sleeve shirt. But figured I'd take you all out for a walk. And today is the first day where I'm gonna actually post this entire live stream without editing or anything like that. And I'm not gonna look at the view count or anything because I noticed that I have a tendency to wait for people to jump on or interact in the chat. But I'm just gonna try to be just try to speak whatever's on my mind. So anyway, I'll take you along for the walk and hopefully you enjoy it. So what I've been doing lately is I don't say anything until there are quite a few people in the room, and then I begin speaking. And I do that because it's just fun to interact with people. But today's going to be different. So let me give you guys a view of everything. So yesterday was pretty awesome. I actually collabed with Matt Noah, and it was an interesting conversation. It was for 2 hours and 2.5 hours about, but that was a lot of fun. Beautiful day out today. Now the area that I'm going to is a lot more busier, so you'll actually see people. Hey Lakshman, how you doing, buddy? Lakshmi, how are you? Where are you, Lakshmi? Narayan. It's nice when people chime in. I'm fine, how are you? I'm doing well. It's beautiful out here today. It's 67 degrees in New York. I'm in the US, this is New York. I'm a new live streamer. I'm not looking to get monetized or anything like that. I'm actually trying to just use it for therapeutic purposes. Just nice to interact with people. I feel like I've just been so busy with working all my life and trying to save up while I can. And now I'm just like taking it down a notch and just trying to enjoy life. But I feel like I've missed out on so much. But my mindset when I was younger was, you're young, work as hard as you can while you can. It was a great mindset, but I feel like you miss out on definitely a lot. Hello? Lakshmi, where in India are you? I am in Chennai. Where is this place you're living, bro? This is New York in the USA. That's a school over there. And then this is my favorite house over here. Yeah, it is very serene and calm. This is the suburbs of New York. So it's really quiet and nice, and peaceful. I think most people, they hear New York and they just think it's hustle and bustle. But this is definitely the nicer parts of New York. Hello. I wish I had a cottage there, but I am a noisy person. Love noises a lot. I am from Chennai. Hope once you see the bustle here, you will understand. Yeah, some people like that. Some people enjoy the hustle and bustle. They like the noise. It just makes them feel alive. I'm the opposite. I don't like any noise. Because I guess I lived in the noise for a long time. And then when I moved out, I was like, this is what I needed. It just gives me peace. And also the nature, like just to hear the sounds of nature over cars and honking horns and sirens and all that stuff. Just prefer to enjoy that peaceful silence. What's up, Matt? Are you in the car? I hope you're not driving and messaging. So for all of you that don't know, Matt Noah, and I'm sure you all don't know because I don't see any regulars on here. Not that I have any regulars, but Matt Noah is a friend of mine. I met him pretty recently, but he's been helping me out a lot. So you could see he's a mod on there. But Matt, if you wanna put your channel, yeah, there we go. You already read my mind. Let's see, pin message. I pinned his channel on the bottom. This guy is he's an awesome guy and very enjoyable to talk to. But I have him on the bottom. Definitely subscribe to his channel. Let me read what Matt wrote. Not yet, about to leave in a minute. Okay. Matt, you got to get that PS4 from your brother, man. That'd be awesome. Right, let's see. Half of me wishes your type of peace with nature sounds. Other half, I feel kind of left alone in the world. Yeah, I could see how the the peacefulness, the silence, um, could make you feel lonely. But I guess, like, look, right now, this is the peaceful, quiet side. Right now, the area I'm walking to is going to be more traffic, more people. You can people watch over there. There are a lot of things going on. But I usually don't walk that far, but today I'm going to do that. But it's a nice area. So you can switch modes pretty easily. You can go from like the suburbs to like in between the suburbs and the city. And then if you want to go to the actual city, that's about 45 minutes away from here, New York City. It's very silent. Wow, nice house. Not so large, not so small. Yeah, they have all sizes of houses over here. Like in this area, you'll see like the usually 4 beds, 2 baths. That's like the typical layout of the houses around here. And then you have like the mansions that are a little further down the other way. And those houses, like on the where the huge houses are, the mansions, the property taxes over there are probably, well, not probably, they're roughly in the 80K to 100K range, just on property taxes. And then in this area, property taxes are annually are about 20K. And that's why a lot of people are moving out of New York, because of the property taxes. It's ridiculous. These are nice size houses. Now, where we're going right now, you'll see like the 5 bed, 3 bathroom houses. So nice to see green grass again. Look at that. It's nice and healthy. It's a nice size house. Hey, Siberian, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. So nice to see familiar names. So Matt, I don't know if you're still on, but I met Siberian through the advice guy. The advice guy introduced me to somebody on his channel, and then I jump on his channel, and then I meet Siberian, who was basically, I think, translating stuff, and I was chatting with them. It's nice how you just network and you just meet so many different people all over the globe. Siberian, where are you? No, I speak English and live. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You do live in the U.S. That's right. I did ask you. Was it Nyack? Thanks for the opportunity to watch live the streets of your community. My dog is a full-blooded Siberian Husky. Oh, that's awesome. Those are beautiful dogs. They shed a lot, but they're absolutely beautiful. That's a nice house. Maryland, okay. My friend Doug lives in Nyack. Okay, got it. What area are you living? No offense meant. Sorry to watch live streets of your community. Where are you living? No offense. Oh no, I didn't take any offense, Lakshmi. It takes a lot to offend me, so feel free to say anything on here. All right, so now we're approaching the area where it's still the suburbs, but it's a little busier. And the reason being is we're approaching the LIRR. That's the Long Island Railroad, and that's the train that takes you to the city. Look at that red bird. Is that a cardinal? Let's get a better view. See it? All right, so this right here is the LIRR, Long Island Railroad. And within it takes like about 25 minutes to get to New York City, Manhattan, on here. But if you drive, it would take 45 minutes. Let me just show you what it's like to grab a train from here. So these are the tracks. I don't even know which way the train comes from here because I never take the train. I prefer to drive to the city just so that I don't have to wait for a schedule. This is the waiting area. And the nice thing about Long Island is that tells you like this train schedule and stuff. I don't know if you could view it in the sunlight. But the nice thing in Long Island, you don't see homeless people. And it's a lot cleaner compared to New York City. You have a little trash, but very little. But other than that, it's nice and clean. Okay, let me catch up on the messages. My friend Doug lives in Nyack. Tristan, Matt, did you see my comment? Hey Tristan, thanks for joining in. I was born and raised in Pennsylvania on a dairy farm. Nice neighborhood you're in. I have always lived in the mountains. Oh, cargo trains, yeah, there's cargo trains over here. I don't like to ride commuter trains. Yeah, I don't like these commuter trains are really nice though. Like they're double deckers and they're all upgraded. It's a very comfortable seat that you get. But I just don't like getting on those trains only because of the schedule. Like I have to leave at a specific time. I have to follow their schedule. But when I used to work in New York City, I had no other option because parking is a real pain in the ass when you go to the city. You almost, and then even when you do find parking, you end up getting a ticket, and you're like, shit, man, I should have just taken the train. So, yeah, so in the mornings when I had to commute, I would take the LIRR. But here, this is the area that we're approaching where it's a little busier. It's nothing compared to New York City, but this is where there's more life. Pizzeria. See if they got anything appetizing. $9.50 for 2 slices and a Coke. I remember back in the days, 2 slices and a Coke were $5. It's $9.50. Talk about inflation. Yes, in the city, they're better to use. I've used them to get to DC. Hey, fishing! Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. I'm seeing some familiar faces, some familiar names. And I love that. That's exactly what I wanted. So thank you so much for joining in. I actually want to cross the street. I feel like that side is better to walk on. Fishing, this is Long Island, New York. There's usually more foot traffic over here. Truth Hurts, what's up? Thank you for joining, J-Rod. Oh, we got, hang on one second. Let me just, there we go. We got, it's just a deli over there. It's so nice to see you guys. We got pizzeria right here. Let's see what's on the menu over here. Yep, they sell bagels here too. Bagels are very popular in Long Island. Long Island bagels. Got a comic book store over here. And we got a Indian street kitchen. And this is the oldest ice cream parlor around here, Hildebrandt's. So when you walk in here, you feel like you're jumping into the 80s. What am I missing over here too? Alright, nice to meet you all. Just got back from the store. Holly flooded around me today. It's getting bad, very bad. Oh, it's raining out there? In Jersey too. Let's go blue tonight. Want to stay close to that national championship. 80s were a good time. I agree. I miss the 80s, man. I was born in 1980. Growing up, playing outdoors, just going for a bike ride. Playing outside, playing tag. Thank you, Truth. Yeah, if you're in here, if you could hit that like button, really appreciate it. It's crazy how much it flooded in Michigan. Oh, the Italian ice shop is open. It's Ralph's. They've got good Italian ice, like the kids love it, but it's just so overpriced. $7 for an Italian ice. What the hell is that? $7. Matt, here's a barbershop, in case you want to go to one. Which one you want to look like, Matt? Got the IHOP over there. Let's check out the gas prices real quick. Curious to know what it is. $4.79 for premium, $3.95 for regular, $2.29 for E85. All right, let's see what we got here. I usually don't walk this far, but today is just such a beautiful day. show you guys. Over here, there's a lot of Portuguese places, and that's where you get like really good steak over here and meat. Um, but that's one of them right there. It's called Brasa Rodizio. But I'm gonna show you another one, and that one, when you pass by it, you just immediately get a craving for it because you could smell that steak cooking. So that's a church over there. Kitchen studio. I could smell that barbecue. That's not bad. This is one cheese pizza for $6. Let's check this out. Look at that. Looks good. But when I go to these places, I never want chicken. I want beef. This is the first time that I have a chat that's interacting with each other. This is great. This is awesome. If you guys ever have any questions for me, just type in H and then I'll look at it. But continue on. This is great. This is exactly what I wanted, so thank you so much. Yeah, this is the area where the area that I live in is the suburbs, like where it's really quiet. This is there's more foot traffic over here. Now, this area, I think. This area you'll actually see some homeless. That's the first time I've seen a homeless person around here. Well, I shouldn't judge. I don't even know if that person was homeless. I just assumed because they had cans, a bag of cans. That's the fire. Now the other area that I'm going to is another busy road. It's getting windy over here now. I am definitely getting my steps in today. Siberian, you don't like towns or cities? You just like busy areas where there's a lot of noise? Oh, you don't? Okay, got it. I used to live in Queens prior to moving to Long Island, and Queens is also in New York, but it's like not an area where you want to raise a family. Like the schools are better out here. It's a lot cleaner out here, less noise out here. So it was good. It was good for our like starter house, for our starter apartment. We had an apartment out there. And once we had our first child, we moved out to Long Island. And then we moved from one house to another house. As I was renovating them, I was saving up enough, and then once we fell in love with the house, we were just like, all right, let's keep this one for ourselves. Yeah, I have to walk all the way back. I don't mind it though, because it's such a beautiful day. Plus, I have good company. And normally I wouldn't do this walk just on my own. I have ran here, like ran past. Just get a quick workout. So that's see this place over here. So that I remember when my brother was younger, he was not legal to drink, and he borrowed my cousin's ID. Well, he didn't borrow it. My cousin gave it to him, just so that he could get into bars and stuff. And my brother was, I think, 19 years old, and he goes over there to go get some beer, and the owner of the place checks my brother's ID and compares it to his face, and it's just like, that's not you. Now get out of here, and I'm keeping your ID. So my brother's like throwing a fit. He's trying to get it back. The guy won't give it back, and it was an expired ID anyway. It was an expired New York State driver's license. And so my brother calls me up, and at that point he's 19, I'm 22. I come over there and I try to talk some sense into the guy. I'm like, hey, listen, my brother came in over here, and I'm aware that he showed you an ID that doesn't belong to him. I just want to get the ID back. And that guy wasn't having any of it. He's like, you tried to shut down my business with the fake ID, and he's like cursing, and he's like, nah, get the F out of my store. And he was just very hot-headed. So I was like, all right, there's no way I'm going to get it back. And he's like, don't make me get the bat. And I was like, all right, enough said. I'm out of here. So I'm leaving. So I felt like the right thing to do was contact my cousin and let him know that he lost his, that the guy confiscated his ID since it belonged to him. And so my cousin lived in Queens at that time, which is a 45-minute drive from here. So my cousin's like, I tell him, I'm like, listen, it's with the guy. He's not going to give it back. Your driver's license is expired anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And he's like, no, I got to come get it. So he comes with two of his friends. They roll up in a Honda Civic, and then they walk in, and I go, and I prep my cousin. I'm like, listen, you just got to be careful with this guy, because he's a very hot-headed guy. And the guy, so he walks in there, and my cousin, the first thing he says to him is, you got something of mine, and I want it back. And I was like, I prepped this guy just to let him know that this guy is, the owner is very hot-headed, and that's how you're going to approach the situation. Anyway, so the guy goes, the first response to that was, he was like, get the F out of my store. And then he goes, I'm going to go get my bat. I'm giving you 3 seconds, and then I'm going to go get my bat. So he counts down. He comes out with the bat. And so we left the store. We walked out just to have a little dignity. We didn't run out. And when we go outside, we all jump in the Honda Civic that his friends bought, and the guy whacks his bat on the car, causing a huge dent on it. The store owner. Anyway, so we didn't call the cops or anything. But we left from there, and then my cousin's friend had to get his car fixed. I'm not sure how he fixed it, but I think my cousin was responsible for the damage. I'm not sure how they sorted that out, but that's that whole story. Okay, let me see. Let me catch up on the messages. Sorry. I don't usually go off on a rant. After spending my childhood growing, let me see where I left off. I love big city. Thanks, J-Rod. Big city, not for me. Country is what I like. I like country too. After spending my childhood growing farm, devaluing on inside was hard to adjust to the best living. Absolutely true. Grew up in the country, hate the city. So you know what? Let me first make sure my all chat is on. Is it on? No, it's not. So that means I've been missing things. I'm just gonna scroll and see if there's any messages directed to me, so I can answer any questions that you may have. H security. The wind makes it hard to hear you. Okay, got it. I appreciate the feedback. I'll bring it closer to my face. I gotta get a mic soon. Yeah, in this area, the houses are very old. So over here, the taxes are also cheaper because this is a different school district. So it's you're moving into the area where the property taxes are about 10,000 annually. So it's a different area. Are crazy. In the area that I was showing you earlier, the taxes are about 20K. That was like not too far away from here. And then you have another area like where the mansions are, and the taxes are anywhere between 60 to 100K. And that's all walking distance from here. So it varies depending on which town you're in. Like if you go to, if you're in this area right here, like I said, it's a lot cheaper. But then again, the schools are not that great. You married? Any kids? Yeah, I'm married. I have 3 kids. I know what you're thinking, J-Rod. Alright, and then this right here is a bar. Okay, so that place that I was talking about that has that amazing food. Hang on. Yeah, guns and ammo. Out here it's very difficult to get a gun license. Before you could just go to Dick's Sporting and you could buy something. Look at that, they got samurai swords. Quite a few over here. Afghani kebab houses, and they're really good. I like have like a workout day. I'll just have a craving for some kebabs. Like you just want to get some protein in you, and yeah, they're really good. I'll get like the beef kebab and the chicken kebabs. Now this is the place that I was talking about. Now usually this place has a line out the door and you have to wait for it. It's called Churrascaria Beirada. but the best steak I've ever tried. You know what? They got bigger. Before they had like a small storefront, and you could actually see them cooking it on the rotisserie and stuff, or on the grill. And they expanded. They got the store next door as well because they were doing so well, and so now they moved the kitchen to the back, so I couldn't even show you. Got another barber shop. Another guns and ammo.
But this is not the only one. What about all the others?
I'm not against weed. I don't smoke it because it just makes me sleepy. But I could smell it in the air over here. Let me catch up on you guys. I also have a boy and a girl. Our daughter is graduating in June with her high school diploma. Congrats, Fishing. Well, congrats to your daughter. So, a wife to a married. My name is J-Rod. It was my. Oh, gotcha. So that's where the name comes from. So that was your nickname and your son's. Kids are a blessing. I was just telling Matt the same thing today. It's like kids are a gift. And you know, like somebody recently had a baby, a friend of ours. And I was like, it's funny how it works. Like in the beginning, you're staying up, you're taking care of that child, you're making sure that they're all right, that they don't, hurt themselves. And you start sacrificing your entire life just to help that baby thrive. And then eventually they get...
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several
stages of vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Thank you all for giving me company on this walk. You know, it's so strange how this is so therapeutic. Like after I'm done with the stream, like yesterday, I don't know how many of you were on. I know J-Rod was on there. I know Fishing, and there were a few that were on there that I see on today. And right after that stream, I felt great. I was like, that was such a nice conversation, interacting with everyone. Matt's always great to chat with. Just a lot of fun. But if you haven't tried live streaming, I highly recommend trying it. It does something to you. Like even without, I don't know what it is, but it definitely is therapeutic. And I think it also helps with self-confidence. I'm still trying to improve with that in that field, but it's a nice house. Social media is brain rotter entertainment, but 100% not great for some. Yep, I agree, man. My daughter is an artist too. Born on Friday 13th. Ah, that's awesome. Those are nice. Yeah, these are nice houses. Like that's beautiful. I love seeing wood on the outside. And look at that chandelier. I don't know if you can see it from here. But hang on, let me zoom in. Is that chandelier under there? Double doors. Yeah, I think that's the nicest house in the block. You know, out here in this neighborhood, you'll see people doing a lot of things themselves, like they'll mow their own lawn. In my neighborhood, I think I'm the only one that mows their own lawn or does their own oil change, and everybody will like judge you for doing it. They actually like they'll come up and then they'll casually be like, why are you doing it yourself? Why don't you hire someone to do it? And I'm like, I enjoy doing it. I've tried hiring people, and I feel like I just do a better job when I do it myself, because I take obviously a longer time to do it, so I do it with greater care. But if it just feels great when you do something yourself, mow your own lawn, change your own oil, do your own brakes. Yeah, some people just like large houses. I mean, I personally don't, because I feel like I know people with larger houses and the families are not as close because they isolate themselves in different rooms. So I definitely wouldn't prefer that. This house seems like a hoarder house. Or that's some real spring cleanup. These flowers are beautiful. Damn, that was loud. Sorry about that. What's the point of that? Can't agree more. Especially in school nowadays, it's sad. She's 3. Siberian, you said your family's house was huge. Now, do you feel like you guys grew apart, or do you feel like it didn't have any effect on your relationship with one another? I don't agree with politics being in schools now. Yeah, I just don't get involved with politics at all. I'm so out of the loop on everything, and I like to keep it that way. So true. I agree with people. Thin skin nowadays, it's sad. Yeah. So on. Oh, this is a cool house. Like, you know, if there was a tornado or an earthquake, this house would still be standing. Whereas the new construction would be knocked down. House size didn't matter. That's great. You know, one thing I really want to start doing more often, I feel like with my kids, we don't all eat together at a dining table. We have a dining table, but we don't use it. We'll just like sit on the island and we'll eat together, but not always. That's one thing I want to change. I want to start eating together at the same time. 'Cause I'm usually like, I'll come back from work and the kids are close to going to bed at that time, and so I miss that period of time, like that window of time where they eat their dinner. So I'm just gonna start doing that more often. How did you guys grow up when you guys were younger, or when, for some of you that have, I know your kids are adults now, but did you guys always sit down at the dinner table together? Siberian, your dad built these houses, like himself, like with his crew, or did I miss somebody on here? Karthik. Hey, what's up, Karthik? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining in. Eat together, always. Yeah, that's a good habit to have. I'm a clean freak. I would absolutely back crazy cleaning a house like that. Yeah. Yeah. The people over here, I feel like when they have large houses, they don't clean it themselves. They have housekeeping over here. Yes, I was never. Miss those days. I have to force my daughter to go out and just go bike riding. I'm like, hey, just go for a bike ride. And every time she comes back, she's like, oh, thanks so much. You know, that was awesome. Like, it was great to get out there. But she doesn't consistently do it. I have to push her out there. So sometimes I'll just go with her and we'll ride together. Time to share, typically Indian style. Oh, we do dinner, lunch with parents and something. That's awesome. Share feelings, day happens. Used to ride a bike 25 miles one way to go fishing. No cell phone at the age of 12. How the world has changed. That sounds fun though. 25 miles and then you just go over there, start fishing, and just, that's got to be therapeutic as well. Alright, I'm going to switch you guys to the other side so you guys have a better view instead of looking at my ugly mug. Do any of you think you could live off the grid? Like grow your own crops and just live completely off the grid? No electric lines, no sewer lines. Do you think you'd be able to manage? Betting Siberian, you think you could? I mean, based on what you wrote so far, I feel like you could too. Fishing, you guys got the skill where you teach a man to fish. I think I could do it. I don't think my family would allow me to do it. I tried going camping with them. It was a disaster. They were complaining about everything. 100% could. If my back wasn't so jacked up, I would be doing it now, sir. Letting your kid do it nowadays is not very You should definitely set up to thrive with zero power and zero sewer. Do you guys have generators where you live? Like just in case there's a power outage or there's a natural disaster? I keep one at home. But I haven't had a chance to use it yet because, I mean, I should be knocking on wood right now. But yeah, we haven't had to use it. But I've been waiting for the moment to use the damn thing because I paid a lot for it. You know, I'm always like once or twice a year. Oh, you know what? One of you guys asked me about the kebab place. We're going to pass by one now. Siberian, I think it was you. Okay, let me see the question about the generator. Honestly, I wish it was back in the olden days. Find water and purify it. Alright, dude, I'm currently pursuing MBA and tomorrow is my exam. Well, good luck, Karthik, and it's almost midnight in India. So bye for today, I will catch you tomorrow. Hey, Karthik, good luck tomorrow. I hope you kill it. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for jumping on. Shit really hit the fan for me and my family would 100% be fine. 4 generators plus, wow, Truth, you are prepped for this. You're prepped for the zombie apocalypse. Make fire. Could grow our own food and all that stuff. Nice. I can hunt, used to every year. Siberian, you are built to live off the grid. But Truth Hurts, I feel like out of all of us, Truth Hurts seems the most prepped. Freeze-dried foods too. Damn. You are ready. Four generators, that's insane. I could hunt my back porch if I had 13 deer out there. Wow. J-Rod, you go hunting often? It's berry time right now. And a coyote. I'm up to make jellies. This is that kebab place. It's Mirage Restaurant and Cafe. Oh, it smells so damn good over here. Let's see what they got over here. I have 3 flocks of chickens. Just one angles. I feel like picking something up. Should I? I have so much food at home though. Alright, I'm gonna pass, even though it smelled so tempting. Some dresses. Gerard, which one do you want to get your wife? All right, let's see what else we got over here. Let's see. All right, let me catch up now. I have to freeze dry 99% of the eggs. Yeah, but truth, when you freeze dry the eggs, does it taste different when you actually defrost it and use it? Because I've tried fresh eggs when I was in Costa Rica, and then I was like, wow, this tastes so much better than the supermarket bought eggs. So I'm guessing it would definitely taste different. But then again, are these your own eggs? Like, do you have chickens? Nice fruit. I used to have chickens. Man, you're making me so hungry. You know, I watched this guy. His name is Backyard Fun Country Boy. But he has his own chickens, and that's all they're like. He's always eating that, like, and he gets a whole bunch of eggs as well. But I always get tempted to do that, but we're not allowed to have chickens over here. But I've seen some people do it on the DL. That's a nail salon. This one looks a little sketchy, if you know what I mean. Cutting club, old age tennis. Man, you're making me so hungry. Yeah, that did look good, man. My back is very messed up. I can't sit. Damn, that sucks, man. Back issues, I feel like, really take a toll on people. Well, are you getting any surgery, or have you tried every single surgery there is, and they can't figure it out? Or are you in recovery right now, and they, it's just you're in the healing process? She said silver one she liked. All right, nice. Yeah, silver one was flashy though. I'm sorry if you're lost. Wait, hang on. Did I miss something? It's just me now. Kids going and old man died. Sorry, Siberian. Same. Sorry if you're lost. That's just delicious. Thanks. My eggs. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I kind of figured it was your eggs. But do they taste different? Let me see if you answer that. Fresh eggs are awesome. You're welcome, no problem. Brown, the best. I have 2 flock buffalo chickens, 1 flock. I don't know what those are, but I have said many times, God forbid something happens to my wife, I'm dying. Oh yeah. Yeah, but something that I've learned from my parents is I feel like you have to, like, for example, with my wife and I handle all the billing. I handle all these things that I handle, and then there's like a division of labor. So anything that I handle, and this is just based on like when my dad passed away, and my mom was like in the dark. She didn't know what she was supposed to do and how to handle everything, and so I had to help her out with a lot. But it was also like a learning lesson for me, and I was like, you know what, I need to make sure that if anything were to happen to me, my wife can definitely manage everything, And so we started like switching things up, where I started familiarizing her with everything, like the bills that we have to pay, the stuff that needs to get done, like maintenance wise, and how to shut off the water in case of an emergency, how to turn on the sprinklers, how to just random things here and there. That's just some of the stuff. But yeah, I feel like you always got to prep your partner and just make sure that they can handle things without you. These are not life or death things, but they're just when in a situation where you pass away abruptly, it's difficult. It's difficult for the person. That guy's an idiot, man. He doesn't even know how to ride a bike. Let's see what we got over here. I have some life is good for me. That's a lot. I have the kids and I'm happy. That's all that matters. A little far away. The video call a couple of times a week. That's great that you guys are still close. It's only 57. It's young. That is really young. This is Ralph's Italian Ice. And I like that Italian ice place because it reminds me of like the old pizzerias, you know, where they would have that little aluminum Italian ice thing, and it tastes exactly like that. Yeah, it's not, it's Italian ices. So it's like, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but the pizzerias, they would give you that paper cone, not a cone, but it would be like a paper thing, and then they put scoops of Italian ice on there. Let me see if I could. But they look exactly like one of those. I feel like such a tourist right now. I've never done this where I just have my phone out and I'm like taking video. Meanwhile, I live right over here. This place is awesome. When I used to drink, my wife and I used to come over here sometimes whenever we would have my in-laws or my parents to watch the kids, and then we would just go out to grab dinner and then just hit the bar. And this was an awesome bar because they have live music. And some of those people, some of the artists that would come over there, they're just very skilled. Yeah, it has been a nice walk. I was actually going to go on earlier, and then Matt said that he was going live, so I wanted to join his live as well. So I waited, but I'm glad I did, because it's like the perfect time. I'm ready for the Final Four to be over. I haven't shaved or cut my hair since college basketball started. Yes, I am superstitious like that. Unless you're grooming it. If you groom it, it looks cool. Some men let it go for winter. Yeah, that's November, right? Trying not to get anything because I have food at home, but pizza does sound good right now, so I think I'm gonna pick up a small pie. Joanne's Variety. This is where my wife like comes here to get balloons for the kids, the birthday parties and stuff. These are all the places that we walked past earlier. There's a train coming right now. It sucks that I missed it. I wanted to show you guys. Let me stand still. Here's another bar. So you guys get, because I like to see prices of things when I'm in other areas, so I'm just showing you guys this. Sangria 71. Alright, so I wanted to get some pizza, but I also want to show you the train. So let me show you the train, and I'll just walk back over here. See if I can make it on time, just so that you could see the LIRR. How's the audio, by the way, with the wind? H, how does your wife feel about you live streaming now? To be honest, she doesn't know I'm doing it. But eventually she's gonna see it open on the computer or something, because I edit the videos and stuff. So it hasn't been taking too much time out of my life. Like, I've been doing it like when she's not around, like in the morning she goes to work, and before work I've been live streaming, or in the evening. I mentioned it. I really should. Gotta have those open lines of communication, but she wouldn't mind. She's fine with anything that I do. It's a good question, though. I'm gonna catch up on the chat, but yeah, hang on. Is that a double decker? All right, let me catch up now. So she said that, wow, some analytic road. Going to shave it. Yeah, my wife wants me to shave my beard too. Keep going on. For Heidelberg visit there right now. It's starting to get warmer. It's time for it to go after Monday. It'll be over. Yeah, and you know what? You feel so much better. You feel so fresh. Like once that, you don't have that weighing you down. I plan on shaving my beard at some point too, during the summer. H, how does your wife feel about live streaming? I answered that one. Fish Angel tried to change pillow. I said you can't change everything after Monday. I'm ready. Talk about superstitious, man. I am ready for a clean shave looking mohawk. Audio is good. That's great to hear. Peekaboo, what's going on? Peekaboo is my very first subscriber. She, I don't know if it's a she or he. I think it's a she. Or maybe a pronoun, I don't know, but I mean it with all due respect when I say she. Yeah, my weekend's going great, man. I'm live streaming. I just took everybody out for a walk. I definitely got more than 15,000 steps. But it was nice. I'm so glad you joined in. Thank you. We just went around my house here. So my house is in the suburbs, and so we walked maybe about, I'd say 25 minutes out, and this is the area where it's a little more lively. Usually there's more people out in the street, but they're not really out right now. I don't know why. Let's see. How's your weekend going, Peekaboo? H, what do you think of I think your videos are great. I actually commented on quite a few. Short train, yeah, that was a short train, but they have longer trains as well. It's all good. I'm here though. Oh, it's a he. Okay, got it. Thanks for clarifying that, Peekaboo. All right, I am going to get a slice of pizza. So I'm going to take you in with me. I feel very awkward holding the phone and like putting it in a person's face, because I'm sure it irritates them. So I'm going to put the phone down, and then once I sit down, I'll pick it back up. But so just hang in there. Hey, how's it going, man? You know, my wife comes over here for girls' night, and she usually gets this small pie.
What kind?
What types do you have, just so that I could?
I have a few. So
No, but they're small pies. They're like.
yeah. But what kind? Cheese, white, vegetable.
It has like that other type of cheese on it, like kind of like.
Probably one of those margarita, 12-inch margarita.
Yeah, it's probably that. You know what? Actually, can I get? That's a margarita right there,
Yeah,
right? Can I get that slice?
Okay.
And can I also get And can I get a plain?
What else?
And that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Sand going to.
To stay.
Well, brother, we just came out.
Alright.
Anything to drink or anything?
No, I'm good.
Alright, got a regular margarita, anything else?
That's all.
840. Sure, should be in.
Thank you, sir. I am probably going to get a copyright strike with the music, but I'm not looking to get monetized, so I don't really care. Look at that pizza. Nice and greasy. All right, see what we got over here. Got always got to start off with the plain. This way because if I start with that one, I can't really taste any flavor on the plain. I'm February as well. I'm gonna catch up on you guys. I love that you guys are chatting amongst yourselves. The pizza's fantastic. It's really good. A bit on the oily side. But It's really good. At one time, my daddy's from 52. That's insane. But I guess when you have a farm, you actually need it, right? For mice and stuff, rodents. And they weren't indoor cats, right? That is good pizza. It was really good. Yeah, I figured they were all outside cats. Looks delicious. Yeah, it is really good. I like animals, so I like to have quite a few myself. Peekaboo, you said you don't have any animals at the moment, right? Like you're looking to get one, but you don't have one at the moment? No, my cats have been indoor outdoor cats. Those are good for sure. I might have to have. You can never have too much pizza, though. Pizza is like the one thing that I don't get tired of. We don't have any animals at the moment. As soon as I move, I'll get some. Do you guys eat the crust? I don't usually, but this crust is really good. It's like not too thick. It is crispy. It's nice and crispy, soft on the inside. I give this pizza 1 to 10, a 7.6. It's a little harsh, but it's just that I've tried nines in New York City, in Manhattan, or in Queens. Alright, let me show you the next one. I know I showed it to you earlier, but That's the margarita slice. Let me put this over here. Oh, non-bread pizza is amazing. I want to catch up. My pizza does look, I'm sure I read up to there. I've had Maine Coon Cat too. Exactly, you can never have too much pizza. I don't have any animals at the moment, but as soon as... Peekaboo, are you just not allowed to have animals where you're at, or you just don't want to have it in this place? It sounded crispy. There's the stuffed crust, and yes, always. Yeah, stuffed crust is nice, and it has some cheese in there. Otherwise, maybe every once in a while, it's really seasoned. I usually don't eat the crust because I'm like, it's unnecessary carbs. But that crust was good. Very crispy. I eat the crust off one piece and then give the rest to the chickens, or I split it between my two Boston Terrier dogs. I like thin crust too. Chicago style pan pizza. I always wanted to try that Chicago style pizza. I've heard Chicago has the best food out there. That's good. Mozzarella sticks do sound good. But you know what's really good out here? The garlic knots. Alright, makes sense. Monkeys? Dude, that's awesome. But I feel like monkeys are going to be a lot of work, man. That was a good bite. Garlic knots and mozzarella sticks are delicious for sure. Those are cool. Have you ever made a zero crust pizza, very low carb? No, I have never tried that. There's a place that's called Skinny Pizza around here, and they do that. But I feel like I need some crust. I don't need to go to that extreme where there's no crust. Like, I still want to enjoy the pizza. We have King's Pizza here from New York. King's Pizza, I've never heard of it, but it sounds familiar. People line up for their garlic knots. Yeah, garlic knots are good. Siberian, do you ever go live? I know someone who has monkeys. Been raising monkeys for many years. That's where I'll get some monkeys from. Yeah, but I'm just trying to imagine like how difficult it would be to raise them. They can't be easy to raise in captivity. It's gotta be difficult. And do you give them like free roam of the house? You put them in cages? You know, how does it work? Because monkeys have high energy. Use cauliflower crust. Oh, that's interesting. This slice is really good, but I enjoy the plain better. Capuchins, okay. The person I know who has monkeys works at a sanctuary, and they've got lots and lots of land for the monkeys to roam around. Yeah, I feel like you need a ton of land. Monkeys are cute. I would just think that it's just the caretaking part that's very difficult, very challenging. I wouldn't want to have any animals in a cage. Yeah, I agree. That's why I was hoping when I asked you that question, I was like, I'm curious to know your response. Not that I was going to judge you or anything, because I mean everybody raises animals differently. But I agree. I would feel so terrible if a monkey's in your pet and you have it in captivity, and naturally they're just so used to roaming. A dog and cat is different. Monkeys are just wild animals. There's monkeys in YouTube with us. I agree with the cages. I could never have birds. Yeah, same here. When I was a kid, we had some birds, some parakeets, and I always let them out of the cage, and my parents would yell at me. And then we'd spend hours like trying to catch them and put them back in their cage. But I just hated having them in the cage to begin with. Never want to have pets. I agree. Train it. Train the birds to like have free roam and then just go back in their cage. No dog should be, okay, I get what you're saying. And no dog should be in a house, in a cage. Absolutely, 100% agree. But I had a Doberman Pinscher, and he would just love to go in the cage. Like I would leave the cage open, and that was his home. That was his safe place. So he would, when the night is done, or if he's tired or whatever, he would just go in there and just go in the cage and just sleep on his bed, and we wouldn't have to lock it or anything. But that was his spot, or he would want to get on my bed. But he's as long as they're not captive in there, right? Truth hurts. Enjoy the rest of your day. Security time to go put some stuff in the freeze dryer and miscellaneous other things to enjoy the stream. Bye. Truth hurts. Thank you so much for being on this stream. You go ahead and do what you got to do. Have a great weekend, and I hope to see you again. Get ready for that zombie apocalypse, all right? Let's see. If you can't train a dog to behave, I agree. But there are a lot of people who think that they can, and they have absolutely zero clue what they're doing, and they get a dog. And I know family who did that. They got a dog, and I was like, "What are you even doing? You're definitely the type of person who should not have a dog. Like it's destined for failure, you know." And they still got a dog, and I shared my input with them. I know it sounds harsh, but I told them that after a short period of time, they had to, first the dog ran away at one point, and then we had to all go and help find the dog. It took a couple of days. Eventually we found it. And then the next time, they were just like, we can't take care of this dog, and they gave it back to the breeder. I was like, I knew that was going to happen. They don't know how to raise a dog. They don't know how to train it. Yeah, I'd only ever want pets if I had all the proper means to care for them. Absolutely. Oops, I made a terrible shit. I wouldn't ever want to have pets unless I had all the proper means to care for them. Absolutely. Different age security. They gave it back, but the breeder didn't want to take it back. But they lost for that dog. I believe they paid $2,800 for that dog from the breeder, and they lost all of it. Many get abused. No. But they only had the dog for it was under a year, so I believe for 8 months. I agree, having any pet takes a lot of time and energy and patience and money. Absolutely. You need all those things before you get a pet. And with dogs, I mean, with certain breeds, they're working dogs. So you can't just let them sit around, lay around and stuff. You have to take them out and stimulate them by training them, by taking them to dog parks or taking them out for walks, and when you do all those things, they get their energy out and they're not all wound up. And if you don't do those things, that's when you get the dogs that misbehave, or you hear all these stories about how people don't like their dogs because they're just too high energy dogs. But that's because you're not taking them out, you're not giving them that stimulation, whether it's training with them or cost can be high, but that's up to you. Vets aren't always needed. Yeah, vets, but then again, I would think that, how Peekaboo wants to get monkeys? Imagine the vet bill with that. That would be high. Okay, Country life is great for dog lovers. In my ideal setting, that's what I would want. Let's say after the kids were all in college or were married off, I would love to move to the country, live off the grid, and just be self-sufficient, have my own animals and all that stuff. But my wife would not allow that. She can't live off the grid, even if we have everything. Because she likes the hustle and bustle. She likes the noise. We're just very different creatures. Opposites attract. But she doesn't like the noise enough to want to live in New York City. But she likes it in the country it would just be very quiet. And plus, she didn't help me at all when I had the Doberman, which I really didn't like. I actually held there was some resentment, because I would ask her, let's just say if I had to go away for work, and I'd just be like, hey, can you take the dog for a walk? And sometimes she would do it, most of the time she would do it, but she would just make a big stink about it. And I'm like, that's our child, I feel like dogs are part of the family. Her mentality was different, which bothered me. But anyway, I don't know why I'm sharing that, but I don't know. I guess at that point, I'm not holding it against her now, but at that point, I was just like, I don't even know how I married someone who doesn't love dogs, because that was kind of like a prerequisite for me. I wanted to make sure that I married someone who did love dogs because I'm a dog person. And then when she couldn't do that, and she knew I was a dog person. In fact, her brother, when we were younger, when my wife and I were dating, her brother wanted a dog really bad. And then I went to North Shore Animal League and I got him a dog. And her parents were like, "What are you doing? I can't believe you got him a dog." And I was like, "You guys are gonna love it. Just trust me on this." And they kept that dog. They had him for 15 or 16 years. So I thought that she was cool with it. But yeah, she never had a thing for dogs. Like she never wholeheartedly loved them. That's always needed. That's why we guys looking same shots people pay at the vets for. You can get at the track. Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of people do that, where they go to Tractor Supply and they get what they need, even antibiotics. I've mostly lived in city or suburb. Like they'll go to a fish store and get that for antibiotic. Mostly lived in the city or suburbs, but yeah, I love the countryside just as much. It's been a while since I've country. Yes, like a child you have. Let me clean up over here. That was a fun lunch. You guys are awesome. And normally I wouldn't sit down by myself and eat. I know that sounds so insecure. But I think I would have just packed it up and taken it home. Or if I did sit down, it would have been a quick sit down, eat real quick, and then go back on my walk. This I actually sat down and enjoyed. Thanks for that company.
And get 2 large filling, flour, a wheat bread, and pepperoni, please.
If I had to do that over again, I'd get a plain and a pepperoni. I don't know why I forgot about that. I did see it, but it looked a little dry, the pepperoni slice. I always would treat my dogs and cats like my kids. When I ate, they ate the same way. I have a call, Siberian. All right, I will try to follow you there. Of course, thank you so much for joining in. That was a lot of fun. All right, table's nice and clean.
I'm getting some potatoes. I'm getting buffalo chicken roll. I wanted to do one. I know the chicken sandwich tomorrow.
Thank you. Take care.
Make sure I got my wallet. Good. All right, so I have a call. All right, I'll try to call it. Siberian, thanks again, and I hope you join in on the next one. Peekaboo, you still here? Awesome. side would you want to see? And I wouldn't get offended if you don't want to see my ugly mug. But I think you probably want to see the streets, right? It's 67 degrees over here. This is the part that you missed. It's 67 and it's like the perfect temperature. Alright, so now let me show you. This is the LIRR. This is how we get to the city. You can actually drive or you can take the LIRR. On the LIRR, it takes Long Island Railroad. It takes about 20 minutes. So these things will just come down and block the traffic just so that the train can come through. It's 85 where you're at. That's nice. 85 is like pool weather. I love to jump in the pool when it's that hot. So anyway, you buy a ticket from one of the machines over here, and then you wait in this area, and then you catch the train over there. Let's go check out this place. My wife used to bring my daughter over here. Pottery, crafts, painting, and retail. We had one of my daughter's birthday parties in here. That right there is the library. Speaking of monkeys, a friend of mine has a birthday coming up. I told her I've got a surprise for her. The surprise is gonna... Oh, wow. You're gonna get your friend a monkey? Are you sure your friend is prepared to take care of that monkey? Like, do they have the time and the energy to do it? That would be pretty cool. I would love to have a monkey. But do they have the space for it? How old is your friend turning that you're getting a monkey for? This is the longest I've ever live streamed, and this has been the most interactive live stream I've had. Peekaboo, by the way, yesterday I had a collab with Matt Noah. It was a great stream. You'll see it on my live feed. I published it today, but take a look at it when you can. It was an interesting one. It was a lot of fun. So now I'm walking back home, and you'll see how the houses change. You'll see like the houses start getting a little bigger, and look at that. Lemonade stand. Free lemonade stand. Help yourself. Free. You need a lemonade stand, Peekaboo? Yeah, she's got the space, time, and energy. That's awesome. She's gonna love that. Have you already picked one out, or you have to go over there and... It's a nice size house. That'll be my new birthday gift for my family and friends. Monkeys. Anybody who has a birthday, here's a monkey for you. Here's a monkey for you. And if I gave my wife a monkey, she would kick my ass. Some people are just not animal. I don't get it. In 28, you're responsible at that point. You're an adult. You know, you're a responsible adult usually. Fresh squeezed lemonade is always good. Exactly. I'll be like with Oprah, yeah. A car for you, a car for you. In this case, a monkey for everyone. That's a nice house. The size is nice, but it looks a little gloomy on the outside. Oops, the owner is right out there. Just don't want to say anything negative about a person's house when they already bought it. But it was a nice size. Today's great biking weather. If I didn't take this long walk, I would have gone for it. I would have considered doing a bike ride. Peekaboo, did you tell me that you would be willing to do a collab with me, like a dual live stream? Would you ever consider doing that? I know you said that you do live, but on a different platform, right? Yeah, I'll do a collab. All right, awesome. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Just so much fun when you're talking to someone one-on-one, interacting with the chat, but you're not, there's not those moments where you're just bored and you're just like, I don't know what to say. And I have a lot of those moments when I'm streaming on my own. Oh, that's gross. Look at that. That's a flattened squirrel. It's gotta suck to go out like that. In a couple of months, I'm planning on traveling again. Where are you planning to go? off all those calories from the pizza. But I know I won't burn it all off just by the walk home. I think I'll just run on the treadmill tonight. So lately I've been just working on that, talking with my family and friends and trying to get together a travel group. Oh, that's awesome. But where do you have some options in mind? Like where you're planning to go to? And that would be fun to just get like some family and friends, plan a group trip. But I tried to do that in the past. It just takes so much effort, and then you always have a couple of people who are like, oh, can we change the date to this? And then other people can't make it. So eventually I was like, you know what, screw this, I can't go through this anymore because it requires so much effort to plan a group thing. So now I just book things and I don't rely on anybody, and I just say, hey, listen, this is the date. If you want to join, that'd be great. If not, all good. But I just got really irritated with the frustrations of people trying to change things. Peru is absolutely beautiful from what I heard. That is beautiful. How many hours is the flight from you to Peru? That's how I am nowadays too. I used to be the type to wait around on others, seeing what they wanted. Yep. You eventually learn that it doesn't work that way. And my wife tries to do that at times, like wait around for others, and she'll be like, oh, it seems selfish, or it's, it's not selfish. It's just that things don't get done then. It never happens, and it's happened so many times where we've canceled plans. We've had to cancel plans, and then we lose our deposit, or we don't end up going when we could have gone, And I'm like, what a waste. Like, we missed out on a whole experience just because a couple of people couldn't make it, Like, we could still go on the trip. We don't have to rely on others. We can still have a great time. And so that was when my wife and I just got married, and we would plan things with others. Now she's more like, all right, yeah, let's just do it your way. Nowadays, I'll maybe wait for a little bit, but if it's too long of a wait, I'll just end up doing my own thing or going with others. Yeah, it's a good mentality. That's the school right there. I believe that's an elementary school. But before I had a different cell phone provider, and I don't know if you were on during that time, like when I used to go out for walks and I used to stream as well. But when I would look back at the footage, it would be very choppy. And so I switched since then. I'm not sure if you see any difference. But when I look back at the video, I know I'll see a difference in the quality. Yeah, don't even bother looking at my past stuff. Like it's boring stuff. What I did was I would have no one to interact with when I would do those things. And everyone tells me that the beginning of live streaming is like that. It's usually dead. But I would only have bots in my chat, and they wouldn't, so nobody would type anything. And I'm not one to talk to myself. So what I would do is I would edit that video and just chop it up and just take like out of the hour live stream, I would take like a 2-minute snip and then I would post it. And that's just because I get the views. It's a cool duck. I think that's like they have like that fence, you know that. Oh, all right, relax. I'll leave. Jeez Louise. They have that imaginary fence. Which places would